Welcome back, everyone. Today is a big day. We got some stuff in the mail for the Commodore SX64. What did we get, Johnny? Well, I got this new cap that's going to replace the cap on the side here, right there. This is a very nicely 3D printed part. They did a beautiful job with it. It's in the wrong color, but I mean, that's okay. It doesn't match the original at all, but what I could do with this is I could spray paint it to match. All I've got to do is get some light powder blue spray paint and we can make it match. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put this on just yet. I'm going to put it aside, but we also got this little guy. Now this little guy is our new PLA chip. Pretty cool, huh? Somebody paid some real money to have this board made, and I think that's awesome. Let's take a look. So this is a custom-made board that somebody had made up, and it's got the mock PLA chip in there, and the little pin headers and everything. Oh, it's sweet. All we got to do is find the old board, or the old chip, and pull it out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be on this guy right here. So let me confirm which chip I'm looking for, and we'll yank it out and put this new guy in there. Alright, so 906114-01 is the PLA chip that we're yanking, and it's right here on this CPU board. So we're going, I don't have a chip puller, so I'm going to use my own little half-baked method of gently prizing the chip out of its socket. Rock it out one side at a time. And that's how I do it. That's not how I would recommend anyone do it, but when you don't have the right tools, you do what you gotta do. It's not damaging the chip or the socket, so you know, that's critical, right? Just kind of rock it out. This chip's been in this socket for as long as I've been alive, if not longer, so you know, she doesn't want to go. Alright. See how I got that chip out without bending any of the legs? That's kind of the goal. So pin 1 is going to be on this end. That's where the notch is on the socket. And now we're going to pull our new PLA chip out of its little package here, and we're going to just carefully drop it in place. Make sure the pins align, and they almost don't. Sometimes with these chips you have to there we go, I got it. Alright. PLA chip is installed. And I'm kind of curious. Will this thing run? Let's put it back together. This is the back of the board. I believe it goes in this way. Now the reason why these chips fail in the first place is because Commodore didn't put any heat sinks on the chips, according to the experts. So that is a problem. Now I imagine the new one, I don't know if there's no way I can put a heatsink on this new chip because of the way the chip is actually, the actual meat and potatoes of this chip is underneath. So there's no way for me to install any kind of heatsink on that thing. So this plugs in there. Okay. Make sure that we don't bend the pins on that board right there, because that's easy to do in this situation. I'll just drop that down there. Okay. we've got this connector that goes here, like that. This one goes here, like that. And this card has to be interconnected. Let's see, make sure I get this right. It intersects like that. There we are. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it goes in like that. This got unplugged. Okay, I actually marked these as 1 and 2. Well, they don't seem to fit. Oh, you know why? Because I think the board actually goes on the other side of that. Yeah, this all has to be shifted down. Oh wait, maybe not, maybe not. I think I'm right. Let's see. Oh, there's this. Oh, okay, there it is. All right. Now, what is holding me up on this end? Let me just move the camera out of the way. Oh, there we go. This little wire, it has to be tucked. There we go. That should solve that problem. And then why is this so difficult? The board just slides into this little rail, right? And it doesn't want to slide into the little rail. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Board, but you gotta go in a little rail. Is it in? No, not quite. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we are. Okay, so that was fun. So now we need to, oh that's right, the power supply has to be mounted to the chassis. That's why it's tugging. Okay, I'm gonna go find the screws for that. Alright, so now that we got the CPU board and the I/O board connected, or put where they belong, we need to reattach the rear end of the machine. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, there are a couple of screws we need to return to their position without bending or flexing anything out of alignment here. There we are. There's one screw. Okay, plugged in. Gotta find the power switch again. Oh, there it is. Here we go. It doesn't sound good. Oh my god. It works. It freaking works. It actually works. Well, folks, that was exciting and anticlimactic. The screen looks nice and pretty bright. I'm going to take a look at the contrast here. We're gonna let me bring that down a bit. Let's see, vertical hold is fine. There we go. Turn the brightness down. Let's take a look at that contrast. Got a little bit of a keystone going on here. Color adjustment. Look at that. Tint. Unbelievable. I got this. This came with it. Genesis 207, Max Headroom 172, digitized music. So we're gonna put it in the drive and see if I can pull up some keyboard commands. So let's test the keyboard. Caps lock is working. Delete doesn't seem to do anything. Return's not doing anything. Okay, we got like half the keys don't work. That could be a bad cable connection too. So we're gonna just reseat that and plug it back in again. That could be that. All right, one key. Keyboard's got to come apart. There we go. Keyboard's got to come apart. All right. All right, we're getting somewhere. All right. No dollar. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Load. Let's fix the keyboard. This is ridiculous. I just checked out. I didn't know how this keyboard was assembled. I don't know if there's any hidden screws. So I found a video by a gentleman on YouTube who goes by Airborne Surfer, and he claims that these are clipped together. So the correct tool to use would be a spludger, or perhaps even at work I have these metal spoons that I use. They're little. They look like drug paraphernalia, but they work really well. And yeah, you want to be so careful with these, because when they're new, the plastic is fragile enough as it is. But then you tack on over 30 years of age. See if we can see where the clips go, which direction they go in. Yeah, I don't want to break anything. Let's see. It's hard to tell, but it looks like that. It looks like the clip has to be pushed in. Yeah, I think that's it. That's how you unlock it. So we're gonna go like this. Hold on. All right. I don't like that. There we go. It didn't break. None of them did. Just kind of unusual. All right. So we don't really have any broken plastics. That's unique. All right. So this keyboard. Oh, this is going to be a bear. I can already tell. This is going to be a nightmare, guys. It's a different way to make a keyboard, but it works, I guess. Let's take a look. It looks like the contact layer is underneath the whole shoot and match. You know, interestingly, my keyboard's in better shape than the one I saw on that channel. Airborne something. Yeah, his keyboard's in pretty rough shape compared to this one. So I'm pretty fortunate. Spacebar's a little wonky, huh? Alright, so we got... It comes apart this way. We got to take this connector off so we don't end up killing off any connections. Take that guy out of there. Put the screws in the screw holder. But the good news is the system unit, well, it's pure gold now. Ready to rock. Alright. So this is a keyboard I have never seen before. But this is going to be pretty different. So from the looks of it, we're going to have to remove each key. Oh boy, I've never seen one like this before. The keys are going to pop off like that. And the membrane... Okay, I think I see. Oh yes, there's how we're going to do it. So you take... Okay. And then we got to peel up the membrane and clean under it. So this is going to be a little different. What I'm going to do... So the keycaps can stay on. That's for sure. We'll put those back on. Goes in like that. Yeah, this is different from anything I've ever worked on. But it doesn't mean I can't do it. It just means it takes a little bit of brainstorming here. So how this is going to work is we've got to remove the entire key switch assembly on every one of these keys. I need to get a photo of this keyboard so that I don't forget where this shit goes. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this. We're going to pop off each and every keycap. So I'm going to get a little container to put them in so I don't lose them. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. Actually, I'll use this one because I can use it as I can wash the keys and the key assemblies all in one shot here. So what we're going to do, we're going to put them into this little bucket here. Screws have to be put in a safe space. And I've got one right there. Okay. And each one of these, because I got cats, and sometimes they find their way in this room, and I think you can draw your own conclusions from there. But these get popped out from behind just by gently pressing these tabs inward. And the whole assembly just drops out. Like so. These are very fragile. It really couldn't be simpler. If we're any simpler, it'd be illegal. Just like that. I actually kind of like this. It's like popping bubble wrap, you know. Almost as satisfying. Of course, the challenge will be puzzle at the end and putting it all back where it belongs. But what you're left with is a membrane, and then we gotta, well, let me finish this up, and then we'll see what that looks like. Okay, now that we've done all that, all we got to do is very gently lift up this membrane. Now it's actually screwed down here in the middle. We're just going to lift around that and take a look at the membrane, see what kind of condition it's in. And really all we're doing is we're going to clean these contacts with alcohol. And then put it back together again. This membrane, I do believe, is conductive. And that's where this conduction bar is right. This right here is keeping pressure or compression against the conductive points of this membrane. Yeah, right there. Do I see corrosion? I think I do. We're going to have to do a little more surgery. And we're going to remove that little compression bar very gingerly. I think I see a little corrosion in there. So this whole membrane's got to come off. Carefully. Very ever so carefully. If this membrane tears, we are shit out of luck. They don't make these anymore. Alright. I do believe that it could be glued down, but there we go. Pull that guy off. And we're going to just gingerly, ever so slightly, ever so carefully. Yeah. That is not good, my friends. As it turns out, the conductive layer here is gone. And I may have just finished it off. Shit! Alright. I may have just completely fucked it. I didn't expect that to peel off like that. But learn from my mistakes, guys. Don't do that. I thought I was doing a good thing. See how that's clear? Well, it's not supposed to be. There is a possible method that we could try to get some conductive ink and paint the tracers back on. I've never tried that. I'm not sure that's going to work for us. That might have been the problem all along. It looked like I saw some corrosion on there, and yeah, there is a little bit of corrosion, but that's not what was causing this problem. So I'm gonna have to find a whole new keyboard for this thing, because I need this membrane. Shit. Well, again, it's not the end of the world here. I think we might be okay. We might be able to fix this. But now is this would be a good thing to try. Conductive ink. I'm gonna look into that right now. Okay, so here's the deal. We definitely will need some conductive paint, and I just did a quick search, and it is available, and it's not terribly expensive. So we're gonna try that. Alright, so as I later learned, there is a company in Europe, possibly Great Britain, that actually manufactures brand new keyboard membranes for the C64 SX64. They're not terribly expensive. I believe it might come to around 30 to 40 US dollars. Which, yeah, I mean, expensive is a relative word. But I did order a conductive paint kit pen set. It actually comes in a little needle, and we will give that a try when it comes. That's like a $12 solution. We'll see what happens. But ultimately, I'm going to try to source one of these keyboard membranes. Right now, due to COVID, their production numbers are down, so they don't have any in stock. They're on back order. So I'm going to reach out to the seller. He said in mid-February I should be able to get one. We'll see what happens. But this is such a common problem on these that it actually has spurred a cottage industry of replacement membranes. I mean, what the heck? That's pretty cool. The same deal with the Commodore 64. The compact portables. and how a small little company in Florida, I believe, is reproducing the contacts for those as well. It's just a wonderful thing when the community pulls its resources together and uses modern manufacturing to allow vintage items like these SX64s and compact portables and other popular computing devices, electronics and such, to live again and well into the modern day or modern age. So I'm going to reach out in mid-February to see if I can't get a brand new reproduction membrane for this sucker. If not, I will try my own methods and I will try to repaint those contacts. Once I get this machine fully operational, I do intend to learn how to use it. I've never used a Commodore before, obviously. There are tons of emulators on the web. I can do it without the vintage machine, but I think the vintage device itself is tantamount to the experience, and I'm just excited about it. Don't expect any more Commodores to come into my possession because that won't be happening anytime soon. I'm not interested in collecting Commodores. I don't want a Commodore 64, although they're quite valuable now. And the SX64 is probably worth more than a bog standard Commodore 64, but I'm not looking for more devices to deal with. So anyway, stay tuned for that, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching.